Hi, this is Tabletop Jamaica. Today I'll be trying out the mobile version of one of my favorite games. This is Evolution, the board game by North Star Digital. I'm not fully sure if North Star Digital is only the persons that do the mobile game or the whole board game itself, but I remember seeing the box of the physical game at one of our local board game cafes called Dice Cafe, which was Park Place at the time. I just saw the box and instantly fell in love. It has very good design, but it's also like Spore, that old video game for the PC, but just the competitive version of that on a board game level. And because I love like biodiversity and the whole ecosystem and evolution and like nature documentaries, this game fell right into my alley. And there's an app for it, so let's check it out. Welcome biologists. Okay, so we play as biologists here. Evolution Island has some amazing species. Let's go exploring. Let me know, have you played Evolution, the board game, before? I have, but for the purpose of this video, teach me the game. All right, come off this island. He's gonna go through the basics, you know, multiply, vary, let the strongest live and the weakest die. Charles Darwin. Wow, reading is reading. 1895. Nope, 1859. Is this how I figure out I have just some sort of reading problem? All right, so we are going to go skip right over that to this puddle laid out for us. Right here, your species is hungry, drag it to feed. Yeah, so you get points from the food that your species collects. Simple enough, that part. Your goal in evolution is to eat the most food, add population to eat more food. Foraging, can I read the words clearly here? Take one plant, additional plant food. I can't put it here. Oh, it's trying to teach me how to add a population. Here I was just like playing like normal. But yeah, you add population and it wants me to give it one more population. The population represents how many units of a species exist. It's very vague in these terms because it's not like one dege one of your species is there. I think it's almost as if it is referring to breeding pairs, but you get to add 3 traits to your species. Um, this is foraging. You can take one additional plant food. That is useful because when it's your turn, instead of having to wait 2 turns to get one plant food, you can wait in one. Uh, this time your opponent was short of food, right? If you are short of food, you starve. There is plant food if you're an herbivore, and meat food if you're a carnivore. I think there is an omnivorous card, but I forgot how that works. As you can see, skillfully adapting to it, the environment determines who will survive. And special official. Okay, don't let me read the eraser. Oh, I have to do the whole tutorial. All right. I want to see a skip button from here. All right, let's go to our tutorial, do PvP. See where we get. Okay. So, right, population, let's refer to it as like breeding pairs. You can increase your population, which allows you to eat more food. And you can also increase the size of your species. You sacrifice cards to create a new species. Um, a new trade cooperation. All right. So the placement of the species also matters because some cards feed to your left, some cards feed refer to the species on your right. So with cooperation, every feeding you share one food to the species to the right. So you want to, uh, as much as possible, put cooperation on your leftmost species or animal. Choose the correct species to feed first, right? So you also want to use them to feed first as much as you can. So that opponent is getting as much food as me currently. You know, I'm getting from the, I'm getting one time the species on the left feeds and then additional one to the species on the right because of cooperation. This person, there's nothing stopping them from just eating in two turns. For every species I have alive, I get an additional card, right? Each turn, you get a number of cards, and the number goes up the more species you have. That does make the game a bit difficult if you have somebody that is ahead. Cards every food. The population to feed right now, so choose, right? The cards have a number of on the card that will put that amount of food into the watering hole. Watering hole, sorry. So the cards show how much food it goes to the watering hole. What this tutorial is telling me is if I put 8 food into the watering hole, because me decides that my dog, if I put 8 food into the watering hole, because me decides that my dog them have to live and everybody must eat a food, my opponent will also get those extra food rations. So I guess the aim of the game right now is to starve out my opponent. So he's saying perfect, just enough for ourselves without excess leftovers. But what can happen really is your opponent can play like a negative card and starve everybody out. So you don't want to be too stingy with it sometimes. All right. Any card can make an action. Let's review the 3 things you can do with your cards. 1, you can play a trait. That means add a trait to an existing animal. All right, so it wants me to add a trait to one of my species. I'm going to add foraging to my first species. You can also sacrifice a card to add a population, which gives you an additional unit of that same species. And then 3, you can make a new species with a card. So you just drop this on the table and you have a new species to feed, a new mouth to, oh shoot, a new mouth to feed. The reason I said oh shoot is while I can feed myself and the one to my left most with the cooperation, my last species is going to be also, it started with 6 pieces of food in the watering hole. What that meant was the value of 2 food in my card that I put in at the start of the round went in, and then the opponent would have put something that had a value of 4, which would have put 6 food in the watering hole. I'm explaining this poorly, I understand, but hopefully from the video, it's clear. Also, there's probably, and you can listen to the professor over there who's probably explaining it better than me. All right, so I've scored 4 points. Well, the opponent's got 2. New round begins. Select food. So I'm going to select a value of food that can feed my creatures without leaving too much for the opponent. I only have three. I have four mouths to feed because I have two population here and then one of each other species. You choose how to adapt this round. Three actions. I can add a new species. Won't be very useful because I already have more mouths to feed than the amount of food that I have put in. My best hope is if I paid more food, but I also get to go first this round. I can add cooperation to this. So the second one creature eats, everybody eats. Foraging would have been useful if I had two population here. I won't add another species. I would need to sacrifice this card to add a population to make foraging make sense because they can only eat one food each. By the time I up the population to two, I would have burnt the foraging card. So you have to be very careful with your card usage. What I will do is bump one of the populations up because what that means is if there is extra food, it can get it. But if there's not extra food, it will just lose a population. Like one part of the population would starve. Increasing your population size helps the species to be more likely to survive any sort of culling, whether it be starvation or attacks from carnivores, which I guess this game will get into shortly. Let's put you right here. Oh, I can undo a move, which is a cool feature for the app. I don't know how well my friends would take it if I put down a card and then took it up. All right, touch and hold and turn when you're done. Let's see if my decision making paid off. It's the opponent's turn first, and they have they have foraging, so they got to take two at once. Uh somebody's gonna starve. Somebody's gonna starve, and it's my rightmost creature. And I also lost a population from the one, the middle one. In the board game, it encourages you to name your creatures. I may do that just so it's easier to refer to each of them. There are other traits like long neck that will help you the next time the watering hole is empty. Yeah, so the cards are pretty interesting. The green dinosaur here, that little token, there's a physical wooden token in the board game when I played that goes around to show who's going first. So the green dinosaur shows that we go first this time. So don't leave your opponent any leftover food. Um, hmm, hmm, hmm. So with long neck, before feeding begins, I receive one free plant food. With foraging, take one additional plant food. Just in general. So if I slap long neck on my forager, I'll get two, and with cooperation, it would feed it once. So I'm going to try that. So I'm going to put 0 plant food in the watering hole. And then I'm going to slap long neck on this, so I'm fed either way. And your turn. All right, so they're building out. I'm fully fed, so anything in the watering hole is theirs. So they fed their first creature with foraging, but then the second one starved. And I still got more food than them. If you add up the traits, I have more traits than them. If you add up the population, I have more population than them. And if you add up the number of creatures surviving at the end of the game, I have more than them. So that would leave me to win. All right. Continue. Your scores are all the food you ate plus your ending population and your ending traits. I am hoping it allows me to skip the carnivore. Because basically what that is you can add. Oh, nope, I have to go here. Wait, what's this button do? Cool. Oh, there is a skip tutorial button. We can go through it. I just want to change my character's face though, because I realized he is a white man. Mm. Let's just jump into the last tutorial. As the reason I'm doing the tutorial is I realize this game is pretty complex and my explanations will not let you understand the game. I understand. I should jump into the competitive part of this because it does have player versus player, but I also want persons to know how to play the game. All right, so step one, you always select food. Standard game, you get 3 cards per round, plus 1 for each species you have alive. I can pick any food card. The general rule is to starve them out. I like to give big food in the pot. I'll be honest, I don't play that competitive a game. Time to adapt. Strange, I seem to hear growling in the distance. So this is where the carnivore introduction. I don't have any cards that would necessarily help me with a carnivore, which is great. I'll slap cooperation here. I will slap. You know what? No, because somebody gonna get eat anyway. I will burn cooperation to increase my population size, and I'll add foraging. Enter. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have burned cards to increase my body size because carnivores can only attack smaller creatures. With 3 carnivores, he will be able to just eat all 3 of my creatures. So I can tap on the carnivore card just to show its ability. Show. Yeah, carnivore. See, it just came up, then I clicked it off. Yeah, must attack and eat other species. So they can't eat meat. Sorry. They can't eat plant food, which is what's in the watering hole. What they can eat is me. And that's what he's about to do and doing. I planned this poorly. Really, it was noob behavior. I get back a card each time a creature died, but I had 3 cards invested, 4 really, on that one creature. So uh sunk cost. All right, so I don't need to add any food. I just need to keep my most valuable cards because he ain't gonna be eating any food that's in the hole. He's gonna be eating little old whatever this creature is called. It's Snuffleupagus. All right, I'm going to burn my weakest. All right. What I will do is try to starve out this little carnivore. How I can do that? Carnivores can only attack smaller species. It currently has a body size of 2. So if I bulk up a bit, just get real pudgy on him. But I still also need to eat more food than this person. He has 1 card that he can use to bulk up. So I will burn cooperation and then use foraging to increase my population size. So I can at least get 2 food this round because body size increasing won't get me more food. All right, so I can feed my species and I can eat twice from the watering hole. The opponent cannot attack me right now. There are cards that would help him to do so. So it just lost a population. It's going to get another creature back because once you're out of creatures, the game should just give you 1 back. And there's a climbing trait, which is one of the defensive ones. What it looks like is you must have climbing to attack this species. So I can't be attacked by carnivores once I have climbing, unless they have climbing. I'm going to put some food in the watering hole. I'll put 3 in there. Let's give you climbing first of all. Let's give you foraging so you can get 2 at once. And you can get long neck. But what I'll do instead is bump up your population so I can long neck would just get it fed real quick. So I wouldn't have to go to the watering hole. But I'll bump up the population. It doesn't make sense to add a defenseless herbivore here. So it's a climbing carnivore. It can reach me, but it is smaller than me. So it should starve it out the same way. Oh no, it can't climb. Oh, sorry. It said climbing carnivore on the side, so I assume it was referring to a climbing carnivore. All right. So I'm filled up. It's dead. Once again, starved. That is the risk of going carnivore. If you can't attack a species, you're dead. All right, the last turn. Oh, just that we're last in the turn order. Choose a food card. Choose a food card. Um, there you go. So it's going to try to encourage me to go carnivorous. I never do this, but the sake of the tutorial, sure. They must be larger than their prey. Create a carnivore to attack your opponent. All right, so I slap the carnivore trait on him. The foraging trait will now be useless. I wish I could remove it, but I really can't. I'm going to increase the size though. I don't need to max it out to 6, but I will increase my population as well, just so I can get more food. I can no longer eat from the watering hole. Feeding time. So they can get that plant food. They're just simple herbivores. Drag carnivore to its prey. Boom. And I eat based on the prey's body size. So if they've bulked up their body size to 2, so each time I attack one, I am getting 2 food. What they could do to defend themselves is bulk up their body size. They could also increase their population. So when I'm attacking, I am only getting however many of their population I need to get full. It's a great time to get our opponent extinct. All right. So I need to put food in the water hole. If I had negative cards to put, I would. I could go back to herbivorous, but easily, like if I drop this long neck over carnivore, I would eat twice and just that would be the game. But for the sake of the tutorial, let's go full carnivorous for this run. So I'll burn foraging because I already even have foraging on it. I may be putting too much food into the watering hole. All right, so it's a good idea to adapt my carnivore in case the opponent increases defenses. Either add an offensive trait or add body size. Oh, so it wants me to add an offensive trait. I can max out my body size. I was going to go to a defensive trait. Long neck, get 2 food, get 2 food. Will the game allow me to do that? Will it allow me to complete the tutorial if I just do that? Long neck and then just boom, boom. Let's see, enter. Sometimes carnivores have to attack their own species. So I just got two food just from long neck and foraging alone. Long neck allows me to get food before I even touch the watering hole. Uh, there's different ways to extinct your species. I just had him attack his own person, and all I'm doing is just grazing peacefully. Um, yeah, this Trollosaurus just like went carnivorous for a long period of time, and then in the end just went peacefully back to herbivore like a panda. And yeah, definitely won. Let me change my face to a black man and my name. All right, so all the food eating. I've earned a promotion. Mm. Please, please let the promotion also allow me to change the color of my skin. I didn't catch your name. What shall I call you? Oh, no, stop. What? Wait, can I type? Why is it saying autofill? I should name myself autofill. Nope, 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 nope. Please, God, please don't use that. Let me change it, please. I beg of thee. And all right, okay. Lock it in. That's fine. Just bring me from this place. Don't freeze. Don't freeze. The game has frozen. My brethren, the game has frozen. The king. Let me. Wow. Yeah, I meant somewhere else other than where you froze, but cool, 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 cool evolution. This is when I got to the part of the game. Wait, hold on. Oh, it is frozen. Okay, good. All right. I wasn't being over dramatic. It's just a frozen game. All right. Let's see if it brings me somewhere different. Just beautiful art. They have some bespoke creatures, except the crocodile and I guess the monkey. Nope, skipping tutorials. You had your chance. I got to base camp. Okay, just the uncanny valley smile. All right, cool. Is this man just going to kill me at this base camp? Seems to be the vibe. Um, go back. Where will you bring me now? At least this time the back button works. Going full screen in case there's something I missed. Yes, good. This is where you should bring me. All right. Local game, online game. It changed me into a different white guy. I guess this is where I get to change my picture. Um, this looks enough like me. Just slap on some locks and that's me. Um, hmm, yeah. Do I get to change my display name? I do. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's go. Table, top, Jamaica. Fit all the words into. Okay. All right. Complete account. No. No, not all that. All right, so I guess it auto saves. Ranking. I have badges already for some reason. So there's one online game. Let's jump right in. Find a match. Oh, so there are other cards. Um, I guess I'd have to buy them. Quills can only be attacked on a carnivore's first attack each round, and then the carnivore can't attack again. So it's basically starving a carnivore. Pest, when the species become fully fed, discard 4 food from the watering hole. Oh, that's petty. Ball, receive 2 food after the food cards are revealed if the species has no defensive traits. I see why they would give some mongoose. Apex predator must attack and eat other species. +6 body size when attacking. Unable to attack. Ah, really small species. So unable to attack species body 2 size or smaller. Ah. Oh, I haven't hit play. I thought it was searching for play, but it's the base game we're playing, so that's fine. Quick match. You are able to play against the machine while you wait for players, which yeah, let's jump into that. To form the match, your single player game will be saved and available to come back to in quick game. Okay. And they have a little sketch of the climbing lizard. But in this, it looks like it has either horn or ears. Hmm. So watering hole. This small watering hole, I think, is for the flight version of the game. I think they have inaccessible watering holes that only creatures with the flying trait can get to. All right. So I should play a food card. I want to keep horns because that's pretty good defensively, but symbiosis may be even better. Um, let's see. Uh, Trying to get them to come up. There we go. When attacking this species, carnivores lose 1 population with horns, but with hard shell, you get +4 body size for defense. Symbiosis, the species cannot be attacked if your species to the right has a larger body size. And then fat tissue, you can store extra body size. All right. Horns is great, but this early in the game, um, what I'll try doing is build up 2 creatures, uh, one very dense one using symbiosis. Mm. All right. Boom. Fat tissue here. Symbiosis there. I'm hoping they can just survive the first round normally without anybody going to carnivores. Feeding time. I'm going second and there are 22 foods in the watering hole. So that should be fine. It auto feeds what I like about this game. The mobile version, it auto feeds once everybody is gonna be fully fed anyway. So you don't have to like wait until everybody does their thing. Okay. I need to sacrifice a food card. I don't want to go carnivorous at all. Um, all right. Cooperation definitely is going on the one on the left. One on the right, I want to be bigger. The one on the left, I want to have 2 population. Uh, Foraging would allow it to just get 2 off the bat. Um, Long neck would always make sure it gets fed. All right. Let's do long neck and then use foraging to up that population. I also need to defend my, which is probably what I should have done. I need to defend my big creature quite a bit. Because this one with thick fat, which allows it to get extra food up to its body size, so it's good that I'm piling up the body size, but it needs to be the biggest body there, so even if anybody else goes carnivorous, it's unaffected. I'm not focusing much on starving the other people, which I probably should be, especially since I have a long neck and cooperation. So I'm sort of going to get fed anyway. I need to choose a food to burn. I'm going to actually burn fat tissue, which removes some of the food in the watering hole. I think with intelligence and borrowing, I can get all the food I need. Okay, so intelligence allows you to burn a card to get some food. Borrowing, you cannot be attacked once you're fully fed. So that would protect me even if anybody goes carnivorous. Pack hunting, this is how persons can avoid or go around body size. It adds the species population to its body size when it's attacking. So if this is only useful if I have the carnivore trait, but anyone can bypass me being bigger by having pack hunting. So I am going to put borrowing on my fat burrow Asaurus and on my long neck Corporosaurus. I might increase the population, but for now I'm gonna make this one bigger and I'm going to put intelligence on it. So there should be no issue in feeding for either of them. This will be safe as long as nobody has intelligence and nobody attacks the creature to the right. Let's go. So thick fat is getting me fed as well. And long neck means the one on the left will get fed despite the watering hole. And then the one on the right will get fed just from cooperation. So I need to now build out on the population because everybody has more food than me right now. Yeah. I think they're well defended. I just need to ensure I catch up on the food part of this race. Persons are starving though. I see I got the least food just now. Just like 3. But thick fat has some stored up in the bank. So that's at least good. I'm going to burn intelligence just so there's less food in the watering hole because my build can survive on food stores and everything. I'm going to put down scavenger to get a new creature. Um, just so I can get more cards going on. But everything else is going just to populations and I'll slap um I'll slap long neck on this new creature just so I don't have to feed it from the hole since people starving out here. Come on. Come on. It's frozen, but I can't tell if that means the real game has started or the game just froze. Let's go. Okay, yeah, the game just froze. Yeah, the game just froze. I'll just keep clicking away. Let's go. Wakey, wakey. The good news is this is not the PvP game, so it's not on a timer. It's only round 4. We have about, I think, to 8, round 8 before it ends. So good little way to go. Come on. I click undo. Nope, just proper froze. So that was Evolution, the board game by North Star Digital. Come on, play. Almost afraid to exit, especially since I was in the waiting room for competitive. Yeah, but nothing I click is having an effect. So, and I'm not going to enter with so many cards in my hand. You're mad? Throw the game away like that for what? For their mistakes. I don't care if it's against the AI. The computers have won enough already. All right, going back. Oh shit, even that won't work. Points fan towards system in case it's the overheating that's causing a problem. Doesn't seem to be. Nope. All right. I never want to have to do this, but I'll click the home button. See where it takes me. Hmm. Even the home button won't bring me out. Damn, blue stacks. Close. All right. Three. Well, two crashes in. Let's see if the third time's the charm. I hope it doesn't do that thing where it ruins my one online game for the day. I technically didn't start the game, but that has never stopped evolution before, I will say. How are you enjoying the game so far? Oh, I don't know. It crashed twice. Let's see where it brings me. Oh, it took away my online game. It really did that. It's gonna tell me. Wait, final match. Yep, it's gonna tell me for 6.99 the ability to play online. So you know what that means? We not do that. I'm not even going to do the daily challenge. But you know what? Let's see if it will at least allow me to finish that local game. Resume game. All right. Yeah, I'll just finish the game. I really, really wanted to do online competitive. But you know what? We deal with the hand that we were dealt. All right, it brought me back my traits, it brought me back my creatures. I had a third one, I think. Pretty sure I had three. It just straight up murked one of my creatures. Did it at least give me back the card? I hope. God, I hope it did. Something looks short, yes, sir. I think I burnt one of my scavenger cards to put a creature on the field. Yeah, yeah, that sounds like what I would have done. Um, and then I was gonna put long neck so that way it don't need anybody else to feed. And then I was going to drop a population on everybody. That way, um, yeah, that way everybody eat. Just body size. That also gets me extra. That will mean I can get attacked, but it's not so drastic if a creature with boring gets attacked with thick fat because all it will do is stop being able to be attacked once fully fed. I should have tried to get foraging because I'm a little down on the pecking order of this. At least none of my creatures will starve. This will get one food for itself, one food for the one to the right. I may not get anything by the time it comes back. Actually did. Okay, this was a good way to starve out opponents, because I get that. That one gets that. I'm now fully fed. One thing gets to eat, but now they have to start attacking each other. Only thing is that if you notice, this person has a creature with scavenger. What scavenger is allowing them to do, if the card would just come up, is feed every time a carnivore feeds. Like any carnivore anywhere. So that person to the extreme left is fully fed, um, while I am living on scraps and tidbits. Select food. I don't have a build that needs a lot of food in the watering hole. If I switch out a scavenger, that might work. Um, mm, yeah, and especially when we need ambush, but I don't want to put too much food in that watering hole. I'm going to starve out everybody. I'll just drop this carnivore card here and then do a borrowing strategy with and then add scavenger to this one. Borrowing. I'm going to add scavenger to it. Warning call could have also been great. Um, but that's fine. It should be fine anyway. If I did warning call, I could add a creature. No, I'd have to add warning call to maybe this one. What warning call does is protect the creature on each side, so both to the right and left. If I put it on this one that has borrowing and maybe take out intelligence, I would basically have a safe one there, a safe one there. But intelligence is such a good card. I feel bad about swapping it. Borrowing and scavenging should be fine for that. I'll just increase everybody's population size, especially since I eat next. Let's add a population. Whole crew should be fine. I usually save a card for to burn for intelligence. How intelligence works for herbivores is I sacrifice a card and it gets 2 food. Yeah, the species gains special abilities. During feeding, discard 1, 2. For a non-carnivore, find 2 food. For carnivore, you negate a defensive trait. I'm ending turn, like as is. Uh, I think enough of my creatures are self-sufficient. I'm not reliant on the watering hole. My biggest concern is these 4 to the leftmost. The long neck hide behind the big one-asaurus. But once there's food in the watering hole, I will capitalize on that and feed the creature to my right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I would have foraging because that would just done it right there. Then I won't feed the creature with scavenger because I have a strong feeling that wait, there are no carnivores out here left. Everybody, oh, there is one. There is one. Oh, you know what? Just for the sake of starving people, I will get my full fill. It means my scavenger trait won't even go off because I'm fully filled. Uh, Meanwhile, they are getting fed from scavenger and being a carnivore. But, once you're belly full, to watch Them other creature there, you know, focus on the locust. And this is the last round. All right. I have not been trucking much this game. Um, I've been making some small plays. There's been food left on the table for everybody a lot of times. Um, I want to starve out the watering hole. I also want to ensure my people get fed. I won't be going carnivore at all as usual. I'll put two in the watering hole. Um, what I'll also do, I might burn the intelligence card for cooperation and then just max. That would be one food. You know what? I'm just gonna max out everybody population. I think that's going to be my move, actually. Um, because nobody will starve. None of them are on the path to starvation. So everybody's population just gonna get maxed out so I can get as much raw food as possible. Because the only thing I may do differently is add intelligence to the long neck. Nah, 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 right? Nah, nah, just max out some populations. Mm, yeah, just make everybody a bit hefty, especially scavenger. I'm thinking there's still a one carnivore on the table, so yeah, let's do that. I'll keep this. No, I don't need to because he has thick fat. I need to save shit. So you go to five population and let's just win it from there in turn. What I really should have done though was make my thick fat creature bigger. So I could have been just storing more food the whole time. All right. So already fully fed for my middle creature. And borrowing means once it's fully fed, I can't get attacked. I never realized they would put all of 20 food in the watering hole, but let me clear that up for them real good. I just wish I had foraging because that's just gonna clear two at a time. Uh, um, I could have set up a cooperation chain as well, but this also works. The slow burnout. The fact that it's not auto feeding means that there indeed is not enough food to go around. So I'm just ensuring that the ones that don't have scavenger on get fed. So when the carnivore starts, if the carnivore is able to and starts attacking, oh shoot, it's attacking me. The good news is now I'm fully fed, so it can't keep attacking me, but I just saw the scavenger scavenging on its own remains. I never expect to really, I never thought about it that way. Okay. And so what Hearts did to that carnivore was reduce its population so bad that it died. Just why I like Hearts. And see, now I'm gathering up the big boy points and cards, which I wish I had been doing from earlier because now it's going to be close. I don't know if all I did in that last round will make like up for all I lost previously because I had not much of a head start. It's looking pretty close all around. I'm second place. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. That's really all right. So that's the evolution board game. I wish it had not taken away my you want 5 stars. You want 5 stars after you've taken away um my free multiplayer for the day. I don't get another one for 24 hours. So you won't get a review for 24 hours Evolution the game. Good day. I bid you adieu. Uh so yeah, that was the playthrough of Evolution the game. Um this has been Tabletop Jamaica. Like and subscribe. We're also on Instagram. We're planning to do more actual plays. Peace.